Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Alrighty, we should be in. Welcome to the semi-final for the RFLAN Age of Empires 2 competition. Two players for today will be Hetty. He's spawning in as Mongols. His opponent will be Casual Stone, who will be spawning in as our Franks. Cool. Very exciting. So yeah, keen to be getting in this game. I think this is probably the best one we're going to have for the tournament. I'd say that I haven't seen one of the players that's in the other side of the bracket play, so they may or may not be good. But I know Hetty's good, and I know Casual Stone is good, or at least good enough to have an interesting match. So hopefully that's what we're going to see here. We've got plenty of time to do that. We're on an 8-player map. We're playing Conquest, so yeah, loads of time to sort that out, which is cool. So yeah, let's get into it. So look in terms of vision here. Oh, no sheep yet. Oh no, just the one sheep from Casual Stone. That's right. Early sheep make it easier because you just get better scouting. Like here, Hetty has all his sheep, got them really efficiently actually. So the scouting becomes much more efficient. The more sheep you have, the easier it becomes to find more sheep, if that makes sense. So it's actually in a pretty good spot, and can kind of just send the scout cavalry to do anything else, because the sheep will actually cover the major area that he needs to get done, like finding the double gold, double stone. So he's in a pretty good spot. Cool. Casual hasn't found the sheep yet, and these. So actually down 2 lots of sheep right now, which is kind of in dodgy spawn locations, but we'll get them eventually. Hetty could have gone for some steals, potentially, like sheep steals. Can be a good strat, especially when you've got all yours and you're fairly safe in pulling them back as well. It's like, in worst case scenario, scout cavalry comes over and you lose one sheep, which doesn't put you in a bad position, but instead just going to be going for some scouting. Just getting an idea of the general lay of the land, I think, and how he plans on pathing around, and finding the relics is somewhat important as well. Depending on the game type. Not so much when you're starting off Dark Age, but knowing the location is good. And he actually has some more sheep here if he notices that. 2 more right in the middle of this map, so could potentially capture those, which would put him in a good position. The last couple that spawn near him. Okay, ball pool starting from both of our players. Whose ball pool will be better? It's a pretty damn decent one, actually. Nice. Good pull from Casual. Hetty might have already pulled his. Oh no, there we go. There's the pull now. So again, not a bad position. Should finish up. Yeah, just about right on point. You can see the caliber of the players by the amount of villager pixels between the boar and the ideal location, which is like here. So yeah, it's good. Okay, so first boar done. 3 on lumber. Additional houses getting thrown down by Casual. Hetty has. Again, there's the additional house. Where's the lumber down here? There's 4 on lumber, so fairly standard opener from both of our players. We'll have a look at, while we've got a bit of a chance to it, the faction differentiation. So Mongols, cavalry archers, so they fire faster. Like cavalry have more hit points. Hunters work 50% faster, so that does give you a bit of a bonus heading up towards feudal in particular when you start going for these boars. And you get the manga die as well, the cavalry archers from the castle. Franks, on the other hand, another nice pull coming in from Hetty, and I guess Casual's probably gone for his already. Is that a new ball? It's the old ball. Is he pulling a new ball? Where's the new ball? Did he find second ball? Second ball's over here. It hasn't been pulled yet, so I'm going to have to locate that one, which he has, and start pulling that one in. Playing as the Franks. There's some action, it would appear. Oh, did I get sniped? Real? Legit? Yeah, it must have gone down. I don't know what that went down to. Maybe town centre or something like that. Got sniped anyway. Yeah, so Franks. So we'll look them up. So Franks, cavalry civilization. Castles cost 25% less. Knights have more hit points. This is gonna be a pretty big deal, I think. Farm upgrades are free. Throwing axemen, they're unique. Yeah, and more knight line of sight. So. Something torrents. Cool. So, yeah. So for the Franks, I mean, the Knights probably going to be the biggest deal in terms of faction differentiation this game. We'll probably see a fair bit of knight pressure. So far the games today have been kind of going up to castle and ending there, which is stock standard. Once the mangonels get online, that's kind of been spelling the end of our games, so. A little bit worse of a ball pool here for casual, but I mean it's fine that he finished off here. It's not really a big deal. He needed to start farming it because I think there was a really late pool. He got a bad ball spawn location. It was all the way over here. In terms of resource placement, good tower location. Gold's a little bit exposed, but is towards the back, so that's the worst case scenario. Another lumber mill down here maybe to wall off with these stone could be good, or the mining camp to wall off with this house. Could be nice, and that would channel some more troops through here. So make a castle, make a tower in this kind of region. Quite a positive effect. Look over at casual. He's starting to go for a bit of a scout. Has found parts of Heady's base. Starting to get a general idea of what's going on. As for Heady here, he's gonna wall off this section from the looks of things, so that'll be fine. If he walls off to the mining camp, it'll put him in a pretty good spot. Yeah, that's a smarter house actually. Wants to in particular wall off these gold miners first, and then expand the wall out to here with the next house, and we'll channel units through here. So we'll get a castle in this area could be quite effective. Pity there's not stone down the bottom, but where's his stone? His stone spawns at the back, so it's a fairly even resource placement for both of our players. Not a bad spot to be in. Cool, whatever Heady going for again, just straight up villager production. Starting his gold mining now, 23 pop cap, compare that to casual. Also 23 pop cap, spend a bit of the gold as well. Upgrades, again standard. So he's going feudal now, so feudal a little bit earlier than, so it's a 23 feudal from casual, whereas I think Heady's going to go for it's like a 26. It's a little bit of a later feudal age, but I'm guessing the main differentiation is going to be more on food during the transition. No, more on gold. So that's it. So he's going to have more on gold during the transition. We already have this barracks down for casual, so that'll kind of be the difference. He's going feudal while mining gold. So these are where the additional 3 workers are going. They're going on gold mining. So started that a fair bit earlier than casual did, who still hasn't gone up to gold yet, but focusing fairly heavily on food. Maybe going for like stable light cavalry, like scouting in. It is light cavalry, I think. No, scout cavalry. So maybe scout cavalry is what we're going to see out of casual. Just needing food for those, so it's a possibility, but we'll see. No military structures, and then of course the benefit is the scout cavalry is still alive for casual, so we'll give him a bit of a bonus in terms of just knowledge of the build coming from Heady. Knows exactly where Heady's at. Can probably count the workers if he needs to. Additional lumber camps going up now. Heady likes to go for a couple of lumber camps and spreads them out. Kind of know to all eggs in one basket kind of a deal. So obviously the closer the citizens, so the lumberjacks are to the lumber camp, the more efficient the pathing is. But it tends to go for a couple of lumber camps. Now going to be walling off the barracks. There we go. So okay, so feudal up now for casual. Didn't flick over and okay, there's wheelbarrow. Going that now. So I'll flick over just for funsies because I like using this as a resource. So we have wheelbarrow. Villagers work more efficiently by moving 10% faster and carrying 25% more resources, which is a nice upgrade to go for and pretty standard. Probably already has like stuff like double big axe and those upgrades. So going for wheelbarrow feudal I think is a pretty standard play. Okay, so there's it is scout cavalry. Getting started now for casual. Probably has enough to go up to 4, maybe 5. It's actually, I think, out food producing his need for scout cavalry and not making any more off his 26. No more citizens coming out from him. No more villagers coming out from him. That's really interesting. Just going like pure scout cavalry here. That's a pretty bold play. Bit of harassment coming in here. Oh, it's a watchtower in a pretty good position. Scout cavalry trying to harass it from casual, but it's not going to pan out from the looks of things. They're just going to, again, the scout cavalry can get forced off just by builders. It's not really a big deal. It's just the barracks though, no stable. No blacksmith either. Okay, so yeah, I mean, the scout cavalry harassment is going to come in, but it's not going to matter. I mean, archer rounds get started straight away. This is going to be really nice, and the watchtower covers most of this area, though. I'm not sure if this archer range will get finished off. 3 scout cavalry is certainly enough to deal with these builders. They will be forced off. Maybe restart this archer range over in this back corner that's actually covered by the watchtower could be a good play. For what I can think of. There's more scout cavalry coming in. What's Casual doing behind this? Yeah, restarting villager production up to 30. So I think the villager production is getting restarted. It has a fair bit of a float as well. Not really investing into more scout cavalry. So it might just be these 4. That's 1 going down so far. So lost 1 lumberjack. Pulling a lot of builders over here to try and finish up this archery range. There we go. Cool. One of the scout cavalry has actually been focused down by the spearmen coming out from that barracks, so that's nice. It will allow the archery range to finish, and we'll have some units coming out to deal with the scout cavalry. Has to pull the lumberjacks again, investing in the top watchtower and not having enough to go for swap over head is view, not having enough to go for another tower down here. So it's nice to see that Casual's actually punishing this area. Okay, there's another one down. Village down, but here come the spearmen. So the spearmen will come in, and that will, I think, prevent any more harassment by these scout cavalry, which is nice. Trying to wall them in. Maybe there was, yeah, I don't know. Just need more houses, I guess. Didn't finish this one, but I think maybe trying to I guess wall them off from this area. Just make sure that those of the gold are actually safe. So nothing actually being, okay, there are the archers coming out now. So wondering where the archers were. The archers are starting to get produced. And the spearmen should be positioned over here. They can take any fights. And they really need to be covering these lumberjacks because it's affecting Hetty's lumber income is actually really suffering. So just does need to be focusing on that. I'm just gonna check the stream, make sure everything's running fine. Looks pretty good. These guys are lagging out a little bit, but that's fine. It's working alright. Cool. Okay. Back in. Scout cavalry just being a pure annoyance, I think, at this point. So we're looking at 32 pop cap for Hetty. Decent food and gold float, so it has the potential to go straight up to castle if you can actually hold out here. As you can see, like, no stable getting started, so maybe not looking for... Maybe probably just doesn't want to deal with the better knights from the Franks. That wouldn't be a good play. So maybe heading straight for castle is the best play. Okay, in terms of Casual, has been spending the resources fairly effectively and is actually going up to castle himself. So, is castle a requirement for... Just going to look at the knight requirements. Yeah, is a requirement, not for bloodlines, but for knights it will be. Guessing for both factions. So, that could start to be a problem. Could definitely start to be a problem. Whereas we compare that to... Yeah, Hetty might be in a better position. So you do need castle for knights. So this is a decent infantry presence coming in from Hetty. Definitely not behind, but hasn't gone for castle yet though. Still going for some more villages. The scout cavalry is so annoying. It's so hard to deal with. Okay, these palisades are good. That'll block off an area. This watchtower covers this area as well, but it still has 2. They're 2 villagers that aren't actually doing anything right now. Yeah. This harassment's really good. Okay. Good to see Hetty's still staying in it. I have the blacksmith. I know he likes early blacksmith, but we don't have it yet. Getting a castle. He's really delaying it. He's going for more villagers. I don't know what the play here is. There's a lot of villagers coming up though. Just trying to bank up a lot of lumber from the looks of things. Yeah, it looks like trying to bank up a lot of lumber. We don't see any more military units coming in now. There's the castle. Is this a trap sheep? Help! Timmy's fallen down a well and he can't get out. Yeah, mining cap is pretty saturated on the gold. No focus on the stone yet, so I think looking like a big investment into the castle age military units from Casual Stone I think would be likely. See what starts getting produced out of the stables now it's done there. There's the night production, so that doesn't really surprise me. It's fairly standard. Okay, just double checking my messages, making sure everything's working. It is, very good. Trying to run a stream off one screen is not a fun time. Doing my best, but it's not a fun time. Oh, and a forward siege workshop outside of vision range from Casual Stone. Has that been scouted by Hedy? I very much doubt it. Okay, so it's over here somewhere, and as you can see, Hedy has no idea what's going on. There's no watchtowers out from him, so yeah, this could be nasty. So that forward siege workshop production is going to start really soon. We're going to see some mangonels coming out in addition to these like +2 knights. Yeah, that could be pretty dangerous. Take the fog of war back off. Yeah, this could be pretty crazy. Forward houses, that's interesting. Maybe doing a wall preemptively wants to put a watchtower here, but that's still weird. Still hasn't started mining stone. It's a weird place to build a house. Unless it is blocking for something. I guess we're going to find out when the mangonels come in. This is going to be a big problem because Hedy's has his gold mine as part of the wall. He's going to have to pull all these workers because it's hard for him to launch a counter offensive. And these are really vulnerable to the mangonels when they start actually coming out. So, and he mainly just has infantry. So, taking this engagement, just sniping down the mangonel would actually be a pretty big play right now. It's actually just going to lose everything. Everything gets traded out, but has scouted. Let's see what he actually managed to scout there. Yeah, scouted the mangonel, scouted the forward siege factory. So knows what's up. How will he deal with it is the question. Because again, like there's still no castle, I don't think, from Hedy. No, it hasn't gone up to castle. Won't have the opportunity to, I don't think, this game. Just needs to invest in military units. With this float, that needs to be spent. Either goes up to castle right now, or he starts spending these resources. One of the two. Okay, barracks is the one that starts getting chipped down at first. I kind of get this because it will open up an attack path for the rest of the units. What I actually want to see is attacking onto these gold miners. The problem with that being, if the mangonel gets too close here, any garrison units inside of the archery range or the barracks have the potential to just collapse and kill it. But I really prefer to see it going for the gold mine because Hedy's getting a lot of income that he just isn't using at the moment. Seems quite happy to do nothing behind this. We don't have the wall being replaced either. This barracks is going to go down, and there's nothing getting thrown up in support of it. There's not the lumber to throw up anything in support of this. Like, having a fluid and gold float is fine, but you can't replace walls with it. Watchtower is going to be nice. Does outrange the mangonels, but we can just have that repaired. Again, it's more houses. I don't know what's up with these forward houses from Casual. It's a weird play. Is that a Frank thing? Maybe I missed something in the faction stuff. Makes sense if he's going to go... He's going to go for a watchtower, but he hasn't yet. There's the barracks down, so there's the attack route opened up. What will you do with it, Casual? What will you do with it? Like 1k food float, 1k gold float needs to be spent, needs to really be spent. If we flick over to Casual, I can tell you, Casual is not going to have very much. Yeah, look at that, like 400 gold, less wood, just because he wants to invest in more mangonels. Can pull units to repair, and the good thing is it is behind houses. They're going to tank the shots from the mangonels, so that we can actually see that. There's actually should be repairing as well. Garrisoning is good, but should also be repairing. These also aren't getting repaired, so it puts them in a pretty good position. Yeah, again, like these structures definitely need to be repaired. The front wall is really important because it will prevent these repairers from getting focused down by the mangonels itself, and they will actually just hit their shots up the tower onto the house as well. Plenty of spears in the area. Do we have castle tech? What's he going for? Need to find a... Must be going castle tech, right? Like that is... Oh no, hang on, wait. Swapping factions. Yeah, still a 1k float. Yeah, I don't know. Hedy might be in trouble here. Try and repair through this, but I don't know if he can take a fight even. So I don't know why the watchtower isn't focusing down these mangonels. Like this is 8 range. The mangonels have 7 range. Instead, just trying to trade out on these knights. It seems like a really weird play to me. That's probably the biggest flaw with this strategy. There was only one forward builder, so there was only one to actually repair these mangonels if they were getting focused by the tower. I'm really surprised that Hedy didn't try and kill the mangonels with the watchtower. That's a strange play. Okay, army's pushing in though. It's much bigger. I don't know. Yeah, like stables on scout cavalry, so sniping the mangonels is going to be an option. Skirmishes as well. They can get some, you know, like okay damage done, but yeah, it doesn't get microed and just dies straight up. Didn't dodge the mangonel shots, and it's hard when there are 3 of them. So this is the scout cavalry, but they're just getting zoned by the knights. Again, like yeah, not great micro. Spears are getting focused down. infantry taking a lot of damage. There's the GG from Hetty. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was an interesting game. Okay then. So we're to grand final then. Cool. Alright, GG. That was probably Hetty's worst game of the tournament, I'd say. It was not super good. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the third place match for RFLAN numero 60. My name is Archon Hawk, I'm your host for today. Our players are Hetty. He's spawning in as, that's the tab I want, as the Celts, and his opponent will be Spongeman as the Byzantines. Such is our plan. So yeah, this is the third place match. I haven't actually seen Sponge play. Hetty, yeah, got a bit, didn't play quite as well as I expected him to in the previous match in the semis. So he's now been taken down to third place. Yet to cast the grand final. Hopefully that's going to be up soon. But players playing in major tournaments have been delaying it a bit. So yeah, hopefully that comes out soon. We'll look at our Fog of War and see what's going on. Hetty going for his normal sheep scouting. It's all pretty stock standard. He gets an extra here. It's good that he's found this little grouping on the side of Spongeman. No, not really. Yeah, fine. I mean, yeah, scout cavalry scouting. It's a bit less efficient than using the sheep as well. Like, you don't need all these sheep here. At the start of the game, like these sheep could be scouting at this point. If you've got extra sheep in your base, they should be scouting and looking for more sheep. Still going to find the majority of sheep anyway, but it just mean less efficient scouting. If we compare Spongeman vision to like Hetty's just scouted more territory. Puts him in a little bit of an advantage. Cool. What else we got? So the normal early lumber camp coming in from Hetty. Doesn't tend to like just farming from these palm forest trees near his town centre. Wants to go for the early lumber camp and start producing woodcutters off that, which is cool. On the side of Spongeman, she's going for an early mill. I've seen that a little bit. Saw them one previous game. It worked out alright. Starting to chip away at the forage bushes and just a really big investment into food. So I'm guessing a quick feudal coming in from Spongeman kind of makes the most sense. Definitely looking like a quick feudal. Goes for an early ball pull as well, I guess, with the efficient amount of hunters, but he's gonna have to start pulling soon. Actually loses a hunter for that. That's pretty punishing. You don't want to be losing them, especially early on, because that's just extra food you have to reinvest back into more villages and stuff like that. And this is also kind of inefficient. Minus several bodies at once. Of course, obviously they go down in terms of the meat they actually have over time, as well as the fact they're actually getting kind of, I guess, mined out. So more efficient to just have all the hunters on one boar. But we'll see if that leads to like a quicker feudal for Spongeman. Hetty is the 15 pop cap and the 10 for Spongeman, who is a little bit behind now, having I guess losing that hunter delayed a little bit. Okay, 5 on lumber. Good. Hasn't gone for a ball pull yet, I don't think. There's his first ball. Second ball's here. Okay, we're on the edge of the map as well as nice. So. A little bit more freedom. Less useful edge of the map here, whereas Hetty's kind of in a corner, but hasn't really mattered that much during the games that I've casted today. Where's second ball? These sheep also haven't been taken yet, so just see if they get scouted and fanned out, and it's probably due to the fact that we didn't see Spongeman actually sheep scouting early on. There's the second ball. Puts him in a pretty good position. So let's have a look at our, as per usual, let's have a look at our faction differentiation, if you will. So we've got Celts versus Byzantines. Yeah, I trust Hetty with his ball pulls. Trust him. Feel like I should watch anyway. I trust you, Hetty. Don't let me down. Let me down, Hetty. You can actually garrison you can actually garrison the hunter if you're a little bit worried about it. You just chuck it inside the garrison, and it's fine. The ball will auto aggro onto another one, and that's actually a perfect ball pull. Nice play. Hetty's up to standard. I appreciate that. So let's go Byzantines first. So defensive civilization, increased HP at various levels. Less cost on pikemen will be helpful. Town Watch is free. You get a cataphract. It's about all the important stuff, I'd say. Not an incredibly good faction, I don't think, with the type of games that we've had today. We don't really see high-teching anything past Castle Age, at least we haven't yet, but maybe once we have SpongeBob wanting to play a longer game. You never know. We'll compare that to the Celts. So there we go. So Celts, that's Hetty's playing. Infantry Civilization, you're heading off. So? Celts, not Celts. Right, okay. Jeez. Celtic? Yeah, right, go Celts. Yeah, right, okay, that makes sense. So, yeah. Machinu picking me up on my pronunciation and leaving. Why are you leaving me, Machinu? Feels bad, man. Huh? Oh, yeah, he's already won prizes, so that's fine. I haven't won anything yet. All right, we'll jump back into the game because I don't want to miss anything, which I haven't. Don't worry, it's Age of Empires. It's fine. So Celts. Celts. Pick me up on that. It's good. But the YouTube comments are already full of it. Have a go at me. I like it. Infantry move faster. Lumberjacks work faster. It's good. Siege Russians fire faster. Good for the mangonels. Sheep not converted if in one Celt units. That's weird. Line of sight. Right, okay. Interesting. I don't know exactly how that works out. Woad Raiders. Siege workshops to work faster. So I'd say factional advantage probably goes to Hetty here. If I was to hazard a guess in terms of the player's play style and such. Okay, still Dark Age for my boy Spongeman, starting to go into farms. Has the nice early gold as well. Gold before feudal. Doubling up on the builders here. Doesn't really have a nice kind of natural way to wall off this area. Though he's going for some houses in the area. I'm just going for another house here would provide some safety, at least to the builders on this side. Though I think if the house was built a little bit further, that could have been good, and added maybe another structure in here, like a barracks in here would have been good. But overall, not too bad. Switch it back over. See how my man's Hetty's going. Is he going feudal? He's going feudal. Yeah, seems stock standard from what he's done today. Farm's looking good, maxed out. Plenty of lumberjacks out, and it also has the three miners on gold, so it's in a pretty good spot. Has been going for the mine before feudal most of the time. Just bank up a bit of gold. You need it, if not for feudal, heading up towards castle. You certainly do. Scout cavalry wars. It's a little bit boring, but SpongeBob's winning, so cool. So what do we got here? Okay, there's the feudal. Let's hit that one up. Again, 2 sheep here. They really need to be collected. Hopefully SpongeBob knows how many sheep around his base spawn he should have, and he's down a couple, so it would be nice to see those sheep grabbed up. Still another boar over here as well. I'm not actually sure if it's worth pulling boars at this point. I mean, all the farms up, so obviously like pulling farmers off farms would not be good, but maybe, I guess like he's all foraged out. I don't know whether pulling boars is actually worth as you head later on into the game, whether hunting is actually worth. Would be interesting. There's the feudal as well. The SpongeBob headed up. Who has the prettier buildings? That's the really important thing. Like Hetty has maybe the like thatch and stuff on his roof, and these are, I like the flat top structures. I dig that. Flat tops, concrete construction, very sturdy. Less likely to get light cavalry, scout cavalry raided. Can be good as well. So. All right, going barracks. Do we have a barracks from Hetty? No, interesting. What's Hetty doing? What are you up to, Mr. Hetty? Are you going for a quick castle? I think you might be. You're not. Okay, you're just tricking me because you're building some weird walls. I guess that's kind of what comes from having good scouting of this area. It's like, okay, like where's a good spot to wall off? And I'm guessing like this area is good. So he probably wants to head towards like a tower here. Yeah, I mean this is also vulnerable to harassment, but maybe a tower here. The tower here would cover the gold as well if he wanted to expand into his second gold region, so that could be cool. So not doing anything too crazy. That's cool. And it's just gone dark. Feels bad, man. Alright, I'm just checking the stream, making sure everything's actually working. I think it is. Seems fine. Feels good, man. Alright, cool. Everything's working. We'll jump back in. Cool. So yeah, it's just the standard barrack stable off feudal for Heady and Spongeman as well. I thought that like Heady might go into a slightly faster castle, but he still might be going fast castle. Like a 40 pop cap castle maybe. Going for an additional house somewhere, probably is. Naughty Heady, you're pop capped. Oh, blacksmith as well. Okay, no, it's looking like a lot of aggression on feudal. If he's going blacksmith, he probably wants to go one of the cavalry upgrades or something like that would kind of make sense. It's good. Like moving pikemen with the scout cavalry puts him in a pretty good spot. If he engages this, like, why is he not fighting that? Really should fight that. I mean, you got spearmen there. You're gonna just win that outright. It's nutty damage from the spears. Goes straight through. Yeah, weird. 40 pop cap compared to the 29 sponge man. Actually quite far behind. Again, not really mining very effectively off this gold. Better mine positioning among other things for Heady. That could have been placed better, but it's alright. Has at least deflected the push again, just maxing out with spearmen and the other harassing units. And I want to try and keep an eye on Heady here because Heady's the man that's going to be going for upgrades if anything. We have like, do we already have bloodlines done? I guess we have bloodlines done. Probably, I think you go for bloodlines straight away as soon as you get stable because it's such an effective upgrade. He's gonna get from the blacksmith. That's kind of what I'm interested in, is if he goes for any blacksmith upgrades, besides just getting it. Where that actually lies in terms of our tech tree for requirements would be somewhat interesting as well. So if he goes like scalebarding armor would make sense to me. Going for that would give the scout cavalry a fair bit of a buff though, particularly better against spearmen. Cool, some free builders to harass here. That could be nice. Yeah, I'll take that most days of the week. Free civ kills feels good, man. Nice. It's a freebie. It's another freebie. It's two. It's two more than he wanted. Might be three. I think it is going to be three. Yeah, the villager micro is kind of failing here. The town center isn't getting called. That's a really low gold miner. Okay, so Heady's going to pull out. Doesn't want to take excess damage from the town center, and just doesn't want to get caught out by the scout cavalry coming in from Spongeman, the Byzantine player. Taking a bad engagement is bad, and you would take a bad engagement here, just more scout cavalry, and taking those kind of engagements is not smart. Same double lumber, not really in particularly safe locations. Maybe another lumber down here would have been a better call, but then you kind of... Oh, no, wait. No, that's... Heady's pushed up really far. I guess it's the best lumber positioning. Just Heady's pushed up so far with this production. It's pretty nutty. And going for the watchtower as well, so these are actually going to be really hard to siege. Wow, actually took an engagement over here. Sorry I missed that, but looks like a really good engagement for Spongeman, like 1 to 3. The engagement went, so that's actually really good. This last scout cavalry could probably get caught out as well. Okay, nice. Okay, so from Heady we're gonna have the castle age transition as well as mass archer. I know that's a strategy he likes using, but the question is, can he actually hold on to his forward positioning in the time it takes him to castle age transition, archer tech, and then get like get a mob of archers up, because that's really effective against these spearmen scout cavalry if he can get mass archer online. Okay, so there's the castle age. That's going to be really good. What's Spongeman going for on the alternative? Plenty of gold stacked up, not enough food yet, and not even looking like heading towards the castle age unless he banks up a lot more food. So the farm production is looking pretty good. Lumber camps are well saturated as well. We don't see any towers from him, and this... I think maybe that was supposed to be a lumber camp. Oh no, maybe it was a mill just for the deer. It's been denied anyway, so just too many units out. Okay, so maybe kind of Spongeman might be throwing away a bit of a unit advantage here. Now that the tech's happened from Heady, it means we start looking towards upgrades. I might be missing Heady's upgrades here. They're kind of ones I'm most concerned with. There's Bodkin Arrow. Okay, nice. That's a big upgrade. We'll flick over it just for the sake of exactness. Bodkin Arrow obviously already has like fletching as well, attack and range, and then attack and range as well. So yeah, puts him in a really good position. Okay, there's crossbowmen. So this is a really good fighting force from Heady. I would like to see maybe a couple more crossbowmen to max this out. Hopefully he's going for some more. Yeah, going for more from double archer ranges back here, as well as going university. So going for probably for a bit of tech from that. We'll have the university selected. We'll see if there's any tech that gets thrown down. But here comes Crossbowman, this is going to be really hard for Spongeman to engage, and he's only just seen the composition switch up as well, so how he plays it is going to be interesting. Just free snipes, free damage onto these as well. Okay, needs to be moving with the pikeman though, actually might get caught out a little bit by the cavalry. Important that the crossbowmen are actually able to kite along with the pikemen, and fighting with her in range of this watchtower puts them in a really good position as well. Just going to get some health bars up. Like these crossbowmen are just like one-shotting. They're doing crazy damage. It's insane. Like most of the scout cover has already been taken down. There's still plenty of spearmen in the front lines. I would like to see pikemen upgrade. I think that would be worth a couple more pikemen. So that even more scout cavalry now coming out from the stable. Worried about? I'm not sure what he's worried about actually. Yeah, I don't know what he's worried about. Clearly worried about something. Getting produced from the university though, heading on in decent float. Actually has a lot of lumber this game, spending a lot of food and gold as well. 68 pop cap. We'll compare that to Spongeman. It's probably one of our closest games so far. 46 pop cap, so down a fair chunk actually. Maybe not so close. Spongeman also with a pretty large float here as well. So this is kind of the position that Hetty was in the semi-finals. It's like, do I tech here? Like, can I afford to actually tech up to castle? Is that a possibility? And we see like skirmishes coming out from Spongeman, enough to try and hold this attack. But I think he eventually has to tech, right? Has to try and either build up a force to engage this, or he has to tech. You just can't be floating like this and looking for engagements. Just really limited by lumber, I think, more than anything else. Here's the engagement, but this is going to go really in the favor of crazy in the favor of Hetty. There's way too many crossbows here. Even Knight's getting added in, so the scout cavalry is going to be much less effective, and we get the GG call from Spongeman. Not really surprising. It was an easy engagement. Once the crossbow mass came up, and there just wasn't enough skirmisher, and even if it was like unupgraded skirmishers, what are you going to do about that? Nice game. Good stuff from Hetty. Yeah, don't let Hetty play his own game. You have to put a bit of pressure on, otherwise you could be in trouble. I think there was definitely a period where Spongeman could have put on a bit of aggression before the castle age check came through, but as soon as that happened, it was just, yeah, it was a bad moment to be in, and it's just getting caught with a lot of resources, like a lot of food, a lot of gold, and just without having tech, without having upgrades. Yeah, not great. But GG. It was an enjoyable third place match. Congrats to Hetty on taking third place in the Age of Empires tournament. We have a game, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome to a game that is Age of Empires. This is the grand final of the RFLAN 60 tournament. I'm hoping it's going to be good. It's currently 2 AM. Been casting for a while. As it's a minor tournament, the players haven't been super active in getting their games done, so I've been just chilling here waiting to cast the grand final. I'm glad I did. Hopefully this is a good game, gets to be uploaded on YouTube and all that kind of fun stuff. Our players for today, spawning on the right hand side, our blue Huns will be Casual Stone, and his opponent on the left hand side is going to be Flower Pot MF, spawning in as our Huns as well. So we do have a mirror matchup. So in terms at least of faction choice, we're nice and even, and hopefully some evenly matched players as well to end up with a good game. Currently you just have scouting from our man Flowerpot MF. Casual Stone, on the other hand, going to go for the scouting and sheep scouting. Which is cool. You're getting a little bit of lag, that's interesting. Hopefully it's not because of me. One can hope. Pretty sure it isn't, which is good. Alright, we're going to assume there's no lag. Never happened. I'm just going to check the stream, make sure that's running. It appears if it is. Alright, it's Jono. What's up, dude? Dude, I'll go home eventually. I just need to do some more casting and stuff like that. It was good, man. Yeah, that lag is not a fun time. Apparently it's Casual Stone slowing the game down, but maybe not. We'll find out. Alright, yeah, scouting with the sheep as well, of course. That's the standard build. Yeah, Flowerpot, not so much. I've seen some players really active in the sheep scan. No, a couple of sheep over here, but it looks like they're heading straight back. So not very active sheep scouting. don't think it's crazy important. Like, there's not a huge differential in terms of the amount of territory that you cover, but you know, it's enough. Like, you could have sheep kind of doing this top area while the scout did the bottom, and it doesn't mean, I think, that your scout of your opponent's base is a little bit late. I know that's a big deal. Players aren't really going for any crazy all-ins, but still interesting. So let's have a look at our full map. Nice biggin. Oh, big enough for the game. So yeah, hunts we're going to be working with. So we'll have a quick flick over their tree, just for funsies. Cavalry civilizations, so they don't need houses. They thus start with less wood, which you need for your initial houses. Cavalry archers cost less. Trebuchets have more accuracy. They've got Tarkin, so nothing like super interesting. Stables work faster. Nothing crazy interesting, honestly. The fact that I don't have houses makes it kind of... it makes it interesting, makes it kind of easier, but you also have the lack of natural walling, where you naturally, with most factions, you need houses anyway, so you use them as kind of natural walls to cover certain areas. So say you're just walling off, was a good example. If you were, I don't even say walling off this gold mine, you wanted to control this section of the map, and you just build houses along here, and that creates a natural wall. So.
No.
I don't know how to chat. I'm not downloading either. Interesting. Maybe it's because we've got 3 people in. But I don't know how as a spectator I'm going to be lagging this out super hard. I think I'm not connected to anything. Apparently it's casual slowing the game down, but we'll find out, I guess. So just keep playing it. Yeah, apologies for that. Just trying to work out a very quickly organised shoutcast. These guys have just decided to throw the game together, and I'm just trying to work with it as much as possible. So mill getting thrown down here on these forage bushes. In terms of resource placement, we'll have a little bit of a look-see at that. Stone fairly far afield for casual. Where's his second gold? You just got single gold, or in a small map? There's on a smaller map than we're normally playing with. There's his base gold. The base gold. I think because we're playing on a smaller map. We haven't been playing on like... No, there's the second gold for flower. That's a little bit odd. Is it here? There it is. It's hiding. It's over in the corner here. There's the secondary gold for casual. I thought that was a little bit weird, but yeah, kind of fixed up now. That's good. So yes, there it is. Ooh, Scout Cavalry getting a little bit too close to the town centre. Nice attempt at the snipe. Occasionally, if your opponent isn't actually watching properly, you can actually snipe down that Scout Cavalry as it goes past the town centre, which can be cool. So double on the Lindsay camp. We got the sheep getting finished off now. Hopefully we get a ball pool coming out fairly shortly. But it's actually okay, interesting. See, flower pot's just gone for an early mill and going to clear out these forage bushes as opposed to ball pooling. It's an interesting choice. Decides to go for a ball pool now, but that would be weird with the amount of villagers that are still at base. This lag is really weird.
Start the game already!
Okay, this is odd. He was having some lag issues. Yeah. And yes, Jono, who needs... Oh, this is cool. Right. He's gonna ball pull over to the mill. That's different. See, like, nearly everyone just ball pulls to the town centre. But I guess, like, since he's got the mill up, that allows him to just go straight into forage bushes. Interesting. Maybe that's a strat that I'm not aware of. Very cool. And it looks like a successful ball pull on the top side as well from my man Casual Stone. So seems like should be a fairly high level game from the looks of things. There's this boar over here as well, so I guess that's the boars are kind of more centralized to this mill, so that's nice. It's less of a pull distance. That's cool. There's the additional stones. So I wouldn't say there's a big advantage in terms of resource placement. Like a good tower here covers a lot of ground. A good tower here covers a lot of ground because you've got like covering the forage bushes or whatever comes off this mill, which is mainly farms around this area. And yeah, I mean, lumber camp here makes sense because it's closer to your gold, and you generally want lumber camp near gold so you can go for one tower protection. It kind of covers this whole area here, so that makes sense. So this is maybe a nice locale for a second lumber camp. Or this is a nice locale for a second lumber camp. Even for a first lumber camp, actually, it's a little bit close to the gold. Will allow natural walling off this area. Another reason that the Huns kind of suffer a bit, because like this is the perfect placement for houses. You could get, there's a lot of natural walling here with these woods, the gold and houses, and you'd still get a nice angle on the gold regions with your villages as well. So yeah, interesting. So yeah, I don't know how this game is going to play out, whether it's going to be a bit different because of the fact there's no natural walls, there's no houses. Like, do we see more aggression? Do we see less aggression? Because you're less safe at home, obviously. So like, scout cavalry would be more impactful because they're going to have more mobility in terms of darting in and out of this whole area. It doesn't really do... The more open ground, the more trouble that spearmen have against the scout cavalry. So... yeah, early scout cavalry, like early feudal into scout cavalry could be really strong. They've got a lot of potential to harass hunters and villagers and that kind of stuff. So yeah, go with resource placement. Like everyone's as both players are as centralized on their tower center as each other. So not too big there. 23 cap feudal age here from. Mr. Casual Stone on the side of Flower Pot MF. We'll just have a little look-see over there, see what's going on. Good to see you, mate. Cool. All right. Also around sorry, is this a 15 pop cap feudal? 15 pop cap feudal. Interesting. So it's a 15 versus a 23. So I'm not sure if it's much slower. I'm not sure what the cause is of that. Like, maybe because these balls are just getting finished off and like the ball pulls like happen much earlier and they're pulled to the town center. Maybe that was really inefficient, like going for that early mill and foraging too much. Maybe there was an inefficient way of collecting food early on. I'm not really sure, but is down on pop cap and is going to be hitting feudal age timing at around the same time. So I don't really see what the benefit is there. It's like there's double feudal. They hit at the same time, but there's a pretty big advantage to Casual Stone in terms of worker count. Village count is just incredibly important in Age of Empires. So okay, very saturated lumber camp here. There's a lot of wood coming in, a lot of food. So yeah, that's a stable. Yeah, barrack stable. I'm guessing this is just going to be scout cavalry harassment. Like maybe you need the barracks, so you need the stable obviously, but you need the backup of the ability to build spears, depending on what your opponent goes for. And we've got a barracks coming down as well from Flower Pot MF, so not too much of a change there, but it is again delayed. These forest missions will probably be cleared out a bit Oh no, not even faster, because there are just more foragers working on these patches than there are for Flower Pot. Just gonna have a look at our fog of war, flick that over. So obviously has the scout on the main base position. Not sure, do we see his must have gone down? His scout must have gone down. I don't see it. So we can see a corpse of a scout cavalry. Maybe not. Let's have a look at Casual's vision. Okay, well there's his scout. Got a scout at least of the base and kind of the major production structures and where potential hits will come through. This is probably good timing for a second scout. Which is going to be going for now. Sees the barracks. Yes, whether seeing or not seeing stable is a pretty big deal, and I think that's what Casual is going to be looking for. Like, is he also going up to scout cavalry, which obviously we see here from Casual Stone. That's 3 so far. I'm going to continue to add on more. If Flower Pot MF is just going spears, that can definitely work. But like I said earlier, this is a lot of open terrain, and scout cavalry can still get a lot of harassment off. See how it plays out. I can only speculate at this stage how that's going to play. Okay, so a few spears. Just gonna try and protect it with spears. So I totally get that. Okay, valid play.
Yes.
What are these scouts gonna do? You look for the engagement. I don't know how this goes, honestly. Looks like it goes fine. Spears get finished off. Obviously, that light cavalry took a fair bit of damage. So that's the initial one here. The other one took about half health, and that was a 4v1. So yeah, not exactly efficient trades, but it does open up harassment to these lumberjacks. And critical mass of spears is what you want to avoid. So, there's the bell. So not individually microing them is actually, actively going to bell all these villages inside the town centre. Could be one villager already going down. Okay, we've got Casual on 31 pop cap, compared to Flower on 27. So you're definitely in a worse position. And again, you're going to be really active with pulling out these villagers back onto the map again, then back onto the lumber, back onto the farms. Another farm going down now. These again, look at these. Look at all these idle foragers because the bushes have run out and he hasn't replaced them with farms yet. And oh, that's really bad. And because this is just really bad timing for Flower Pot because all of these lumberjacks got pulled. Like all of these lumberjacks got pulled from wood, and he needed them for lumber because he needed to start adding on more farms. So the timing is just really off. Whereas the timing for Casual is great. Like he's finishing off the forage bushes at the same time that he's having the lumber available to go for additional farms. So just purely in terms of timing, you can just see there's a bit of a skill differentiation between these players. Yeah, the grand final is on, my friend. Huh? Sorry? Who's Griefer? Oh, okay, cool. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's playing this pretty well. So, yeah, it's going well so far. It's like, it's spears, but they're both playing Huns. Sorry? Right. Cool. Right, so yeah, going pretty well. Yeah, I think this game's over, honestly. Like, the spears just aren't doing enough. Like, they just aren't, they can't move enough. Like, it's just scout cavalry. Like, this is just a very small, like, food investment. Like, what are they? Like, 80 each. 80 times 5 is, like, 400 food. And it's just completely screwed up, like, Flower Pot's entire play. Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, he's got nothing. He just started off really weirdly, and like, he's producing a lot from lumber, but wasn't turning that into farms quickly enough. Whereas, like, we flick over and look at this. Industrious as all hell. Like, that is a build and a half. Just a huge skill gap. Going up to castle now as well is Casual Stone. Yeah, look, these mills are getting foraged out. Bush is getting foraged out. Won't be long. I'm pretty sure this should be game soon. So yeah. Market's done as well. Why has he gone market? Bro, it's to sell some stuff is the call from Casual Stone. I get that. I dig. Right. Okay. Because the transfer rates are pretty good when you start off, aren't they? Like, yeah. Yeah. Right, okay. I get that. Okay, so he did have stable, yeah, but he didn't have... I don't think he had archery range before he castle teched. He might have done, so maybe that was why he just wanted the tech requirements to go for castle, so he went market. That's possible. I didn't see if he had archery range before market because we're just looking at the Mad Dog Scout Cal micro. So okay, so yeah, look, really late stable up here from Flower Pot. I'm pretty sure Flower Pot might just GG once he sees castle age, because that's pretty much going to be game straight up. If we look at this, like 39 pop cap. Well, 37 compared to 39. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Should be transitioning these into farms more. Like, has this mill over here, and then gold as well. Like, gold obviously, like, is a pretty big deal. Like, I don't understand why he hasn't gone. Why would he not go tower here? Just doesn't want to. Yeah, hasn't got around to it. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Like a 500 wood float at the moment. That kind of makes the most sense to me, is that going tower here will at least limit the mobility of these scout cavalry to a degree. Like, this is just way too much wood and just not enough gold. So what are you going to get from this? Sorry? Yeah, isn't it though? Like, yeah, there's so much going on with these 4 scouts. Yeah, again, like, I don't think this is I don't think Flower Pot have played very well into this, like, Huns vs Huns matchup. So, yeah. Just not the way to go. Like if we went for a similar BO, we might have been in a good position, but yeah. Just the timing worked out really badly with the timing with the scout cavalry push. Blacksmith's done as well, but I mean, if you look on the other side, the casual has the blacksmith too. Like he's obviously going for upgrades, so some pretty crazy differentiators. Another town center as well. He's pretty much going to be unharassable with this town center going down. Like that's just a really amazing position. Right next to the gold, right next to the lumber camp. A few idle villages, but you know that's cool when you're winning the game. Yeah, this game's super over. Cavalry archers have, Hunt and cavalry archers have gotten started on castle, so yeah, the cavalry archers should just close this one out. They'll just absolutely demolish the spearmen. And Flatpot just has no gold, so won't be able to go for, like, knights would be great here, but just has no gold, so. Yeah, unfortunate. I was hoping the game might be a little bit closer than that. They did a remake for me because they were a couple of minutes in. So I appreciate that. Right. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but yeah, stuff happens. Pretty sure once these cavalry archers get spotted, that'll be the game called. We see villagers starting to push across for siege factory. Not yet. Okay, could definitely pull like a chunk of these and just go siege factory and then finish it off, but I guess just wanting to push the economic advantage is fine as well. I mean, whatever. So. Yeah, he should quit, right? I mean, they're just, yeah, the cavalry archers are going to just hit and run one tap all these pikemen. So they're not quite one tappable. I think you need 2 more. Is it 2 more to make them one tap? One tap them. Give them the one tap. The same time, it's just like, yeah, it's just like microing the scouts on the other side, like harassing the villagers. This is a crazy good micro from Casual Stone. Really good play. Spearmen are just getting drawn like further and further away. They can just take this engagement now if they want. Cavalry archers, they're obviously weak, but they're fine against spearmen. Yeah. There we go. Scout cavalry harassment's coming in. It's already, look at that. Look at the corpses of the villagers on the ground. That's with all the upgrades coming down onto the cavalry as well. So there's GG. Should be. Spearmen going down. Way too many cav archers. All the lumberjacks getting sniped. Just waiting for that GG. This lag is weird. Well, that was a little bit of a disappointing end after sticking around until what is now almost turned into 2:30 AM for a game. But it's kind of hoping for a better one, but that's fine. Good job to Casual for managing to close this one out. Counter push. Is he gonna BM? Don't BM. Don't BM. Don't BM. Please. Sorry? A flower pot. I don't know. I think his comps are done. Where? Oh, really? Oh, God. Sorry? I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, no loom. I don't think he has loom, so yeah, he just loses, right? It's like the wolf is the anti-BM wolf. This is admin wolf. He's like, I'll have none of that. Oh, God. You reckon it'll aggro it, though? Like, it's going to be close. Look at his fog of war. Yeah, again. Most intense 1v1. Oh, wait, he wins. Does he have loom? Oh, he has to fight this. What the hell? This is the real micro battle going on. You can't drop aggro from those, right? It's pretty MLG. Why is he not taking the fight? I don't understand. Like, he'll actually win that. Going for upgrades or something, or? It's a weird play. Are there more Yeah, now he loses, right? There we go. GG. Should be. Yeah, the alt tab strat. Interesting. The most BM siege factory ever. Is the siege factory within your opponent's vision range? If so, it's BM. It's not, well, not quite. So I guess that's okay. It's within their vision range, like if it was right here, then that would be BM. Yeah. No. Yeah. Wow. Just yeah, Casual putting on a masterclass of macro game, of Age of Empires macro game. Look at this. This is nutty. Love to see what the worker count is, but yeah, like 80 pop cap. What's that, like probably 50 worker? Or something nutty. Something crazy. That was pretty good. Alright. Looks like Flower Pot's going for the old Casual Stone has another tournament to win or something like that, and just like, if I just hold out for a little bit longer, finish off. But the Mangonels are coming out, and that will spell doom. RIP. Paid by the hour, we reckon. Interesting. I think so. Pretty much it. I mean, this way you can put on a Facebook post. Unfortunately, our man Flowerpot came second in a thrilling 30-minute match of Age of Empires 2. Truly thrilling, awe-inspiring, great effort. Really held on, showed his grit. But in reality, it was like a 15-minute game. So yeah. Oh no, this is BM with the Palisade walls. Oh god. Well, to be fair, I mean, yeah, I mean it will. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Flowerpot has like a massive float of lumber. So like, this is a pretty good investment, as it turns out. Like. Yeah. Oh no, dude! Secret quarter base. Yeah, another one got away. That's unfortunate. Oh look, he's trying to scout for it, find out where the secret quarter base is. Look at this. Look at all this. Like, he's ready. He's ready. Look how ready Casual is for the secret quarter base. He's spread out all these scout cavalry and stuff, trying to find if there's a building somewhere. He's not micro at the moment, but once all these buildings go down, he'll actually hunt for it. That's interesting. Yeah, this is kind of BM at this point. I think there's like funny BM, and there's it's taking it a little bit too far BM. Like, yeah, I've been up until like 2:30 casting like these games and other stuff, so it's like, yeah, I don't want to be. Maybe I want to go home. Like, yeah. Like, what we could do, right? He could AFK. Casual could AFK, right? He could go up, collect his prize, take a photo with the prize, you know, say hello to some fangirls, that kind of thing, sit back down at his PC, and then just finish off the game. So, like, that would be fine. So, yeah. You could actually do that. At this point, I could walk over and take over from him, and I probably wouldn't lose. Right. So what counts as structures? Just the blacksmith stable barracks? Yeah. Hopefully, Flowerpot doesn't... Yeah. I don't think walls count, as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure it's just major structures. I don't even think the lumber camp will count. I'd like to see the lumber camp get left up, just out of interest. I don't think the lumber camp counts. Never seen a game get to... Yeah, again, I've never seen a game get to this point. It would be BM. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like most RTS games. Yeah, I think that's the alternative, is like anything to do with like victory points or like wonder points, like whatever that kind of victory method is. But even then, most of the time people will know when to GG unless it's a really close game. So yeah. Another hidden farm, by the way. He's gonna have to start some structures soon, otherwise that will be game. This is going to be some really last minute structures. Oh, this one's going to get found, I'm pretty sure. Let's look at the fog of war of casual stone. Oh, yes, found it. Nice, found a farmer. That's good. But this one down the bottom hasn't been found, so char. Might actually be game. This goes down. Yes, finish it off. Maybe walls do count. That'd be annoying. Mangoes are finishing off everything. And I'm guessing casual would know what needs to be finished off and what doesn't need to be finished off, so. Still a lumberjack down the bottom. Oh, this is pretty funny. Sneaky, sneaky. Man, that's gonna be really sneaky because casual might not even check this spot. Like, there's no reason for these villagers to scout down there. So we're just gonna go down first. Damn, I was kind of hoping the blacksmith would go down first so we can finish this off, but go blacksmith! Yay! Thanks, casual. Appreciate it. Pretty sure this goes down first, right? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Nice. Okay, blacksmith's done. Will that be game? No, apparently not. Maybe the lumber has to go down. Will that be game? Will this be game with the lumber? With farm still up and palisades still up, I think the lumber must be game then. Yes? No! Apparently not. Apparently farms count? Or palisades count. One of the two. I mean, we don't know. We need a... It needs to be individually destroyed. This needs to be a good experiment, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's most likely... Like, it's the most likely farms, right? Dead farms would make more sense than walls would. Is there a... I'm looking for a spot of red. I don't see any scaffolds. Is this it? Like... That's the only red dot I see, right? Game? Yes? Last lumberjack going down? Ah, maybe it was lumberjacks. There you go. Maybe it was. Maybe it's units, not it depends what victory count they had on. Right. That must yeah. Lumberjacks count. Gold miners don't. They're not real villagers, so yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much a structure. Look at this guy. He's built. He's got a big double bit axe, and yeah, that's cool. Thank you for joining me for the last game, finally, of the RFLAN Age of Empires tournament. That only took like 12 hours, so cool, nice. Got to do a lot of other things in between, streaming and stuff like that. So that was fun, playing some stuff. So thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure. I'll catch you later. Thank you for joining me as well, Hetty.